Good evening. Our news summary for this Tuesday, the 11th of July. The Supreme Court has set a new date, the 22nd of September this year, for the hearing of the SBFA case involving the former chief executive of the Small Business Finance Agency, the SBFA. Rosinda Alcedo, accused of misuse of power and embezzlement of public funds. In the meantime, Ms. Alcedo is awaiting two files and USBs which are in the possession of the authority in charge of the investigation, the ACCS, the Anti-Corruption Commission. Despite the court's order, Ms. Alcedo has still not received these documents. Her lawyer, Alexia Amsbury, has asked the court to suspend the trial until the Anti-Corruption Commission returns the documents. The Constitutional Court will not hear the case against the 10th Amendment of the Constitution before next year, after the Court of Appeal ruled that the case be adjourned, and the Valabji couple are to amend their case against the ACCS and the Chief Justice with regards to the payments towards their lawyers.
The Constitutional Court has set a provisional date in January next year to hear the case against the 10th Amendment of the Constitution again. Yesterday, the Court of Appeals ruled that there be a stay or pause in this case before the Constitutional Court, in wit that the Court of Appeals itself renders a judgment pertaining to the case. Still at the Constitutional Court, the Valabji's most recent case is against the ACCS's holding of their bank account and the decision by the Chief Justice to not adjourn the arms and ammunition case against them so that they can make payments towards the attorneys of their choice as the Constitution allows them. And before the Supreme Court, Carlos Catherine, who stands accused of the murder of a 3-year-old girl over 2 months ago, has gotten some documents from the prosecution. This is in line with the order the Chief Justice made 2 weeks ago. The prosecution, however, stated that there remain certain documents to be handed over, such as DNA results, and same shall be done before the end of the week. The defense attorney claimed that it can only start its preparation for the case after all documents are received.
Vice President Ahmed Afif has said that appointments in the Seychelles Defence Forces go through a high-level military panel and candidates must meet the required criteria. However, he said that it is the Commander-in-Chief, in this case the President of the Republic, who has the final say. Vice President Afif was speaking before the National Assembly this morning while answering a private notice question by the leader of the opposition, Sébastien Pillet, on the criteria that members of the force must meet to get promoted. His concern, and that of other members from the opposition in the National Assembly, was specifically about a recent appointment of a civilian to a high rank in the military. Vice President Afif said, however, that the person met the necessary criteria and he is someone in whom the President has high trust as a member of his security entourage. Vice President Afif was accompanied by the Chief of Staff of the Defence Forces, Brigadier Michael Rosette, and Lieutenant Colonel Alain Pierre, who oversees human resources at the SDF. The Chief Executive Officer of the SBC, Béra Dupré, has been giving details on the corporation's strategy to increase local productions on television. It involves outsourcing local programs as well as giving full-time SBC staff the opportunity to produce programs outside and during working hours. Mr. Dupré was speaking during question time in the National Assembly this morning. He said a sum of 10 million rupees is spent each year to buy local and foreign programs. The money is generated by the SBC itself, and now SBC spends over 3/4 of the money on foreign programs. But the CEO of SBC says the corporation's aim is to ensure that over the next 2 years, at least half of the money is spent on local productions. To ensure that there is a synergy between the Department of Tourism and other agencies concerned with the tourism industry, the Tourism Department organized a forum to discuss on ways to better promote or market the country as a perfect tourism destination. Present at the forum were representatives from hotels, tour guide companies and airline agencies, to name a few. During her address, the Director General for Destination Marketing at the Tourism Department, Bernadette Vilma, explained the importance of having synergy for the continuous development of the tourism industry.
Our goal is to ensure that tourism industry plays a pivotal role as a facilitator, keeping the trade up to speed with the market trends, consumer behavior, evolving technologies, and changing demands. By planting the seeds for sustainable long-term result, we can ensure a thriving future for the tourism industry. We also strive for inclusivity, recognizing that there are ample opportunities for big, medium-sized, and small players to contribute to our collective success.
Nouveau Bank has started a financial education program with the University of Seychelles. The program is set to last for 5 years and aimed at people of all ages. Its target is to elevate financial literacy and impart the importance of saving and preparing for retirement. Thirteen organizations have participated in the Independent School Careers Fair this morning in the school's compound at Ile du Port. This is the first time the school organizes such activities, and they hope to continue to do the same in the future for the benefit of the children. The independent school also invited schools in the central region to be more involved with the community. The school guidance coordinator, Ms. Bernice Docteur, says the event was a success.
Basically, this event today is a whole school approach. Okay, the reason for this event is because we wanted to bring the organizations closer to the students. It's difficult to take them out to view the exhibition because it's a whole group, it's a big group. So we decided to bring the organizations closer to them. And this is a first time activity. It's the first time that the school has such an activity, such an event. And we feel that is good because the students need the exposure. They need to know, have more information. And when the organizations are here, they are in a better position to ask questions, clarify their doubts, so as they can better make informed decisions about their future career.
On the occasion of World Population Day today, the Minister for Youth, Sports and Family has called on all partners and stakeholders to come together to raise awareness of current population issues from the 2022 census results. Minister Marie-Céline Zalot has in a message said that the results of the census indicate that we must put emphasis on the well-being of our children and young people so that we can be ready to address challenges such as labor force shortages, population aging and low fertility rate. She says that it is easy to forget the importance of analyzing the trends in the population of a country, especially when there are so many other priorities that take the limelight. Therefore, celebrating Population Day gives us the opportunity to shed more light on the importance of population studies and emphasize the effect that these trends have on society. The Minister urges all stakeholders to join in taking steps to ensure that the vision of having a society where our children and youth are fully developing and realizing their full potential, and our elderly are shown gratitude, love, and are cherished remains a reality. We now come to the end of this news summary. We'll be back at 8 with the news in Creole. Have a pleasant evening.